stretch. Is it about minimizing mistakes this time of year, not necessarily scoring your way out of problems?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a little looser early in the season, and there's a lot more high-scoring games. But I think as you get later in the year, the games get a lot tighter, and it's going to be a lot of one-goal games, 2-1, 1-0, stuff like that. So we just got to tighten up in the neutral zone, and also in the offensive zone, having a better F3 and being aware of transition game and. We're going to be able to score our goals. We just got to try and limit the ones against.
I know it's a much better situation this year than last year, but is it about kind of maintaining the joy for the being in the race and having to still have
yeah,
fun?
I mean, it's fun. It's obviously competition, and that's what we've all grown up doing and love to do. And we're right in the thick of it, so it's going to be a fun end to the season. And we're staying confident in here and believe in our chances. And it's kind of up to us. We just got to go out there and win games.
You've been 15 or more goals in 5 of the last 6 years. That other year was the lockout season. What do you attribute to your consistency? And I know you'd like to improve in that as you keep moving forward, but there has been consistency.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with great players. I think that has helped a lot, and just kind of worked on getting to the net more. I think. Notice with me, I'll score a lot of my goals right in around the net. There's not going to be many shots from the outside, so just trying to get to those areas and finishing the opportunities when they arise.
Tyler, how valuable was it to have a couple of days of consistent practices? Because it's been, I think, over 2 months, and given the fact that the team's been in a little bit of a slide, has it helped to sort of get back to fundamentals?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the rest and being at home for a few days has been the best part. I think it's a pretty crammed season, so we got a lot of games in a short period of time, and especially coming down the home stretch. So I think those few days were just really good for us to regroup and recuperate and get ready for the home stretch.
Now you've had a few games with Brian Boyle. Now what's he brought to the room?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a veteran guy, a lot of leadership, very good on the ice. Can play anywhere in the lineup. Obviously a guy I've played against for a long time, so I know how good he is. Win face-offs and can PK, play power play. So he's obviously a great guy to have on our team and in our room. I think he helps us on and off the ice, and he's a guy with a lot of playoff experience. So hopefully when that time comes, he'll be able to help us there as well.
Tyler, how's the finger and the hand responded since you come back?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got little ailments at this time of the year, so you could probably ask anyone, and there's a few things that are bothering them, but you kind of forget about it during the game for the most part, and just battle through it.
Provide a perspective of home ice and what it means now with 18 games to be played, and just how valuable those games are.
Yeah, I think we got 10 at home and 8 on the road. So obviously the home games are important. That's where you think you got a little bit of an advantage. So those are the ones we're going to try and be our best at. But we're going to have to win a lot of road games too if we want to get in. So I think every game is important from now on.
Can you lean on your experience a few years ago when you guys made it in the lockout shortened year, what that race was like, and bring it to this year?
Yeah, I mean, that was it's short season, and I don't really remember kind of the end of the regular season. It's a little different. You weren't as tired, and things were a little different. But I think we got a good group in here. We got a lot of young guys with a lot of energy, so they'll be ready to go, and then they can pass that energy on to us older guys.
Are you the type of guy that's always checking the standings every day, or are you just focusing on what's up next?
I mean, now I am. I'm looking. I like to see how those teams that are kind of around the same area as us are doing, but I'll just check at the end of the night and see how it is. I mean, it's not something to worry about too much yet. I think it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of up to us. We got to win our games, and then if whatever happens, happens. But I mean, if we win our games, I think we should be okay.
Detroit's a long way from being out, but for the longest time since you've been here, they've always been ahead of you. Would like to have the shoe on the other foot this time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we know they're a great team, and it's a huge game for both of us tomorrow. They're trying to catch us, and we're trying to pull away and get into that last spot. So, it's going to be a battle. They're playing hard, and they got some good veteran leadership and a lot of speed. So we got to be ready for them.
You're talking about tightening up defensively from the last game. Do you see that the -4 is a bit of a fluke? Because obviously plus-minus isn't always indicative of how things go. Or is there a way that you guys as a line can tighten up?
Yeah, no, we can definitely tighten up. I think, one of the goals, we kind of lost our F3 and, had a pinch and they went down. Obviously an empty netter doesn't really count, but, we lost coverage in the D zone, and, I think all three of us didn't do a good enough job that game. I know Mitch was getting a lot of slack, but I think, or flack, but I think all of us didn't do a good enough job, and we'll be better now.